Welcome to another episode of the Produce Department. I am your host, Eddie Dynamite, aka Ed Bradley of the streets. And man, y'all know I'm always bringing them bangers, man. Beneath the South Carolina sun, in a city carved by the scars of struggle and silence, the streets of North Charleston birth more than just a name, they birth a legacy. Before the accolades, before the book deals, before the title of CEO, raised in a world where ambition had to be louder than sirens, or loyalty could get you love the left. Lil Buck carved his future bar for bar, hustle for hustle on blood warm pavement. He wasn't handed a deal. He pressed his own CDs, dropped his own records, and built top dollar records from scratch. Back when pushing mixtapes hand to hand was the only way to get heard. In 2003, he gave the streets Ghetto Legend. In 2004, Uptown Slinger hit even harder, raw, ruthless, soaked in Carolina soil. This wasn't studio fiction, it was survival on wax. But the studio didn't end with music, it just evolved. Today, Lil Buck is the CEO behind a TDE affiliated structure, an artist developer, and a respected industry plug who connects real talent to real opportunity. He's the man getting to the scenes behind music place, artist notice, and the Carolina heard beyond its borders. But that's not all. He's also the author of the Legend Jones trilogy, a literary street saga that reads like a coded diary of the underworld, a fictional crime family layered with truth. He's a violence interrupter, turning his lived experience into life-saving action. He's a mentor, a motivational speaker, a government contractor, and a beacon for youth drowning in systems he once survived. Lil Buck didn't just make it out, he's reaching back in. This is more than an interview. This is a blueprint, a testimony, a guided tour through music, literature, community, and consequence. From block to boardroom, from booth to book, from trap to the top, it's top dollar everything. Welcome to the show, Lil Buck.
That was beautiful, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to get
You
rid of
feel me? All my interviews, I ain't never had it put on so thick like that. And
yeah,
then you did your research because you came with the raw. That's real shit
sir.
right
Yes,
there. I
sir.
salute you for that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, family. So, well, I know time is money, man. I know you're a busy man. So take me to the top, man. Tell me exactly what part of Charleston you're from, Lil Buck. Tell me about the sights and sounds. Tell me how did it feel growing up? Tell me about it. How did it look, brother?
Well, let me say this. First of all, I gotta say sleep in peace to my little cousin,
Yes, sir.
Playboy Stackmore. You feel what I'm saying? Gotta shout him out. We miss you, little cuz. Um, but to jump straight into it, I like everybody asks me where I'm from. I always say Section 8 housing. You feel me? I'm very familiar with every ghetto, every project in Section 8, but I am the product. You can advance past that right there. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right.
You
Yes,
know?
yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
so my music never glorified the streets and always was just a reflection of where I came from.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
You
Right,
feel me?
right, right.
Showing that these things really happen, and you got so many people that I had to tell the stories for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh,
Who ain't had the voice
right,
to
right.
tell it they self.
To
So
tell
that's why today even my music is one thing I can say about real music and struggle music. The reason why we still listen to the pops and the biggies because it's real life. It's
yes,
always gonna live on.
yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's always gonna live on. So my music always gonna live through those who go through that. Cause we going through it every day. The ghetto legend. You got somebody right now walking that same struggle right now that I talked about back then.
Right.
You know?
Most definitely.
Uptown Slinger, you got people living that right now.
Right
You
now.
feel
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I'm a fan of origin stories, and like I said, I know you say housing, but I we right here. This is the story of Little Buck tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get to the down to the root. So so
Okay, let's go.
so give me the first sights and sounds, man, of the struggles that shaped Lil Buck, man, to the person that he is today, brother. Tell me about your household. Did you were you raised? You had your mom, dad, full household. Did you have some OGs raising? How was your household coming up?
Well, you know, I came up, first of all, I'm the youngest of six kids. You feel me? So I came up in a household, you know, uh, let me say it like this right here. I had some good mentors in them. Shout out to my brother, MU and Cream. So I had people who paid the way for me, you know. Um, especially all that's coming up in Georgia Degree Project that was inside North Charleston. If you old school, you know what it is. It went from Georgia Degree Project to North Park Village, and now what they call it now, Horizon Village or whatnot. But we came up in the project. I talking about during the '80s when the crack, when the crack was crazy in the streets, you
Mm,
know.
right, right,
And as far as my coming up in there, my mama always been a soldier or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She was the type that she been a hustler herself, you know. So I came up around all the big time niggas in the community,
right,
you
right,
know. So I had a chance to look at those kind of things, and I kind of got nobody ever told us in a project that we can be ball players or doctors and lawyers. You feel what I'm saying?
right, right.
We ain't came up in that. I'm gonna be raw with it. We ain't came up in that community.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing that I thought I can be is the next ghetto legend or the neighborhood superstar.
Right, right.
That's what I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely.
You know?
So it was what were your influences in your household, or like you say your OGs, what were they playing any music? What was your first connection
Oh
to
yeah, I listen, the Scarface, the Ghetto Boy, we came up on all of that right there. 8 Ball, MJG. I'm
right,
and back then we used to be on Scarface real heavy.
right, right, most
So
definitely.
that was part of my influences right there.
Right,
I
right,
can't say that influenced my music,
right.
but it did give me it inspired me to let me know that as somebody who actually living this way made it out, I can make this way out too.
Make it out too. That's right. That's right. I did an interview not too long with Kilo, man, Kilo the villain. Shout out Kilo, and he told me that your brothers were actually doing music also. You know what I'm saying? They were
Oh
also
yeah, yeah. My brother, that's why I'm about to take you. If I can take you back, how the music even started. See, my dad was in the music too,
mm,
you know. So I used to always go around him. He had back then, he had like a band. He was the lead singer. He
right,
actually did tours and stuff like that. What he played bass for dang, what's the dude name, man? Marvin Cease.
obviously. Oh, word,
You
word.
get what I'm saying? So that's what my music, that's where that part came from. But my infatuation of it came from my brother.
Right.
Had an uncle, and he couldn't write his own raps, but he used to rap. What uncle used to rap all the time? Rock him. Yeah, yeah, rock him. Eric B. And he used to have my brothers, my two brothers, you know what I'm saying? MU and Cream. They know him by Ghetto and Two Tone. Used to have them boy doing videos. Like I still got a video right now of them two back like in the late '80s that he made a video of them rapping, and they used to actually write their own raps back then.
Right,
See,
right.
he used to help them, so that's where it
Mm,
all start birthing at in my household. So
right,
he sparked something in them,
right.
and they start carrying. As
And
years went by, I remember my first feature in the studio
mhm.
was on Two Tone Project. It's called
Uh,
Two Tone Anger. Now that right there is a classic
right, right.
inside Charleston right now. You can't mention the music scene without mentioning Two Tone and Two Tone Anger. But
That's
I
why I
was
said
like,
I was gonna play this for you. I want you to
go
check
ahead,
what Kilo said. What Kilo said about the bros.
go
the
ahead.
the people that been rapping before, like like Charleston wise, that gave me that made me want to rap as well. But Low Buckle, the brothers, Cream,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
two tones, them boy been on Mullen Park, Star Road area.
mm,
Listen, them niggas, man, bro, them boy got a fucking classic tape, bro.
man.
You
I need
feel
to
me?
check
Two
that out. I
tone
never two
foot
tone. Okay.
soldiers, bro. Bro,
Mm,
like niggas don't talk about them boy, bro. You
right,
know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Man, dog, listen, I got to talk about them boy because
Yeah, yeah.
them niggas
Sir.
was an influence on me. You feel what I'm saying? Bruh, them boy had one of the hardest fucking tapes that ever came out in Charleston, dog. You feel
Mm,
what I'm
mm,
saying? Two tone Capone, Cream, I forget the other brother name. That's Low Buck with the brothers, you feel what I'm saying? Them boy had the song Crack City. The foot
man,
soldiers, like nigga, that shit, nigga. We used to ride around in stolen cars listening to that shit, bro.
man, Kilo, they don't even talk about them, man. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I tell you. Like these niggas don't really know the history of the city, bro. You feel
Right.
me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you
Yeah.
know what? I salute him for that. And
Right.
and like I was getting into Crack City was the first song that I ever been on like the first time I ever went in the studio. And to be real with you,
Mm.
I didn't even know I could have rapped back then. And for real, I was just following the crowd because
Right.
my brother them was inside the room, and at this time, R.I.P. to my cousin C, me and him was like this.
Mm.
So I'm running around the neighborhood on a bicycle looking for him. And finally, I go in the house and he in the room with my brother them, and I'm like, "Come on, man, let's go play ball." And he
Right.
like he about to go to the studio. I
Mm-hmm.
like going to the studio. So he went to he showed me what he was writing, and I ain't never thought about rapping into this thing. And I asked my brother, I said, "Man, can I write something to that?" And you were like, "You can rap?" I like, "Yeah." He like, "Go
Mm.
ahead." And I wrote my first verse ever. And
Dope.
that first verse, we went to the studio and we recorded that, and that inspired me to keep going. Cause think about this:
Mm-hmm.
you got dudes in the hood all the time. They be writing music, but it stays inside their book. But to have the opportunity to have a brother who had, you know what I'm saying, who had the plug to get us in the studio to record that, and then I'm hearing myself back on that. I'm like, all right, I'm a rapper now. You know me, I always felt like I can do anything. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. Most definitely, most definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely.
but like he said, but I'm gonna be reason why you don't hear about them too much, man, because my two brothers, they were they been something different in the streets.
Right.
And
Okay.
honestly, you know, talking about them ain't the most popular opinion of people because you know when you know it's a whole thing to unwrap. You know, they had body charge after body charge and
Right.
all
Right.
kind of street stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really hear about that side of them. People don't
Right.
glorify that side of them. They only
Right.
glorify the other side of them.
Right. Right. Most
You
definitely.
understand what I'm saying? But the truth be told, them two they should have had made it out of Charleston.
Right, right, and that,
You know?
and even with the story he told, I mean, that's like you said, that, and that's even pre your days, and you considered like you say a OG and a veteran, bro. So you talking about your brothers before you, so that's even that's the some of the architects of the of Charleston music today. So you know that's another reason why I'm doing this podcast, bro, for those voices that we don't hear, that brothers ain't saluted the way they properly should be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You, of course, everybody know Lil Buck. You know what I'm saying? I don't every story I done, every interview I did plenty of them, bro, and they all mention your name, bro, and definitely give you much respect. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But, but like you said, we still got these the ones that don't know and the people that need to know because you got a story that need to be told and the story that's still developing today. You know what I'm saying? That's and I fuck with that, bro. So take me from there, Buck. After you recorded the song Crack City, you know what I'm saying, your bro see you can rap. Do you go on to start your own project, or were you just getting on other?
No, we became a group. It was called Carol Bastards, which means
Mm,
Carolina Bastards. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying?
right.
The label back then wasn't even Top Dollar Records. It
Mm,
was Southern Bloodline. No, I'm tripping. What
mhm.
is it? Southern Outlaws. I'm
Right,
sorry. I'm thinking
right,
about
right.
Fat Boy.
My boy,
R.I.P.
yeah,
to
I was
Fat
about to say,
Boy.
yeah, RIP
Yeah,
to Fat
R.I.P. to
Boy.
Fat Boy. But it was Southern Outlaws back then. You
Mm-hmm,
know, so we went on did projects together or whatnot. We recorded a lot of songs, and at that time it was me, my brother Ghetto,
mm,
which people call him MU now, and then you got Two Tone, which people know him as Cream. Then it
right,
was my cousin C, and a host of other people as well. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
we continued to did project, and Cream, man, Cream was so serious about it, man. Cream had us in Atlanta
Mm-hmm,
doing and studios in Atlanta, man. You know, he was doing shows back then. I wasn't doing shows, but he was doing shows and everything too.
mm-hmm,
So what ended up happening is, you know, that was around when I was 13 or whatnot.
mm.
Around that time, you know, a lot of stuff started crumbling. I got locked up for a body charge. Then my brother, Ghetto, which is MU, he got locked up for a body charge. Then
Mm,
so
mm.
that just left,
You did.
you
Hold on,
know,
hold on.
us
I don't want to speed past that. So you at this young age, how old were you at the time?
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
And locked up for a body charge, little boy?
And then I'll never forget that day. I was at Courtney Middle School downtown, and they came in the office that day or whatnot, and they came inside the they sent me to the office, principal office, right?
Right.
And I got kicked out of class. Shout out to Pitt, like my little partner Pitt. He always remind me of this when I see him because he was in my class. I got kicked out of class for throwing something at a student or whatnot. And when I went to the office, they had me sitting out there waiting for the principal. And when I get inside the room with the principal, two detectives came inside there, and I was saying to myself, I'm already in a discipline school, so I'm like, I know they ain't about to lock me up for throwing the pencil at the dude or whatnot. But the principal addressed that situation, and then he said these detectives would like to talk to you, and they told me to stand up. They read me my name, told me to stand up, read me my rights, and told me what I was being charged with, walked me out of there. You know what I'm saying? I remember coming out the front door. They got news cameras and everything out there. So it was very traumatizing for a 13-year-old. But you
Right.
gotta realize I was a different 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And my community, where I came from, we was breed for situations like that right there.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right. Damn, man. I could just imagine what was going through your mind at the time. So how long did you sit long behind the situation? How did everything end up panning out?
Well, I mean, no, I ain't been in a situation like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Mom pray, everything happened.
Hmm.
Everything happened, you know what I'm saying, as it was.
Right.
But the move on with the music after that happened, you know, we continue to do music or whatnot. But at this time, everything was on Cream because he the one who put the label together.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. Most definitely.
So everything was on him. So basically, he was all Master P. He was the Master P of the group.
Hmm. Hmm. Might go mad to go back out and come back in, but
Can you hear me? Did that interrupt it? Cause I'm getting
yeah, yeah.
calls
Don't,
last
don't,
night.
yeah, don't worry about it. I'll edit that in the background. You won't even see
All right.
nothing. You
All
know.
right, but like I was saying, so we was basically supporting Cream. Cream was Master Peter us back then. He was putting us in the studio. It was his label. You know what I'm saying? Shit, may as well say we was his group at
Right.
that time. So it went from that to, he separate me and my cousin C, and we became Junior Ninos,
Mm.
whatnot. Me, him, TT. It was a lot of us, man. And as things keep on transpiring, he never got the opportunity to put out another album.
Right.
You
Okay.
know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And he ended up getting locked up. He
Mm.
got locked up, and that left me, my cousin C, and my little brother Jigger. He started stepping into doing music at that time too.
Right.
So that left us out there, and I just felt like I had to carry the legacy. So
Right.
that's when we went from Southern Outlaws, Cream changed it to Top Dollar Records.
Mm. Mm.
So we were doing a lot of things, a lot of shows in Charleston as Top Dollar Records, and I know I'm trying not to speed through it. You feel
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
no,
But
no. Take your time. Because you taking me. That's still a chapter. You taking through.
yeah,
You gotta pace yourself. Fix your camera too, Buck, because you cutting your head off a little bit at the top. I want them to
all
see
right.
your.
I need to back it up, then. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect, brother.
All right, that's cool.
Perfect. That's
So
that's
I just want to make sure y'all get Lil Cuz picture
yeah, yeah,
in the
man.
background. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. And you see him playing. You see him playing chess.
Oh
Shout out,
yeah.
shout out, Trap Stack Mo in the cut, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
He
mean?
my student right now on the chessboard. You don't gonna say nothing, Cuz?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But anyway, like I say, so it's been a journey, man. He taught me. I gotta say this, man. Korean taught me a lot when it comes down to the business side of. Cause you gotta realize back then, it
Mhm.
been local records, man. Like Korean used to get, like he got that two-tone CD pressed up. We been
Right.
hand to hand with everything. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? We go on inside local. I watch him drop off a whole lot of, and man, when I tell you the man used to sell. You feel me? I guarantee if it was a way for us to track that, I know that nigga want gold.
Mm.
You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
For real, I watched that man literally took a break from the streets, man. That's how much money he was making. Took a
Ooh.
break from the streets just to push that music. Then
Wow.
and like he just been doing it. Man, I kind of miss those old days, man, because it seemed like the music got out more. People
Yes.
were more hands-on. You feel
Yes.
what I'm saying? When you
Yes.
had to do the CD, the hand-to-hand
Mhm.
distribution. You
I
know?
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel like when it comes down to the internet, man, it's more or less like you got too many people on the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. I
You
agree.
know?
But you know, just like you were saying, Bucks, yeah, just your brother and you yourself, other artists, man, y'all were your own bosses, man. They ain't want that. You know what I'm saying? They
Uh-huh.
only way for them to take control of what they did now. They had to set up this digital streaming thing because man, listen, to brothers, man, it was too much young multimillionaires coming too fast during that time, bro. Getting big money during that time with the
Oh,
CDs.
definitely. Definitely for real, for real. So again, so we went from that right there. And what started me to go what I'm gonna bring you to what led to the ghetto legend and all that right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So whenever Cream got locked out, let me see. I shortly got locked up behind that. I was like 18 and I caught another body charge.
Mm,
At 18. And I'm not glorifying what I did in the streets back then. I'm just giving you the journey. Because at
right.
the end of this interview, they gonna see how, all right, damn, he went through all that and this is where he at right now. To
Yes,
be
sir.
able to sit here and talk to you right now is a blessing.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
understand? But
Mhm.
so I sit down after that, you know what I'm saying? What can I say, man? Like, and I just started thinking. I'm 18 years old, but I ain't even did shit. I ain't even think at that time I ain't traveled no farther than Atlanta or whatnot.
Mm,
Being
mm,
18 years old, you get what I'm trying to say?
right,
I ain't
right.
did much in life, and
Mhm.
here I am facing a life sentence.
Mm,
That's a lot to think about,
yes.
staring at those small county jail windows.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm,
know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Yes,
Only
sir.
thing you can see is the dog pound on the background. You not seeing that view before trial? But anyway, like I said, so I'm going through that, and I just know if I get another opportunity, man, I gotta do something different,
Mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm.
know.
Most definitely.
And so finally, I got blessed with another opportunity. Got back out there, started taking the music serious. At that point, I started using all the format and which Korean taught me to start putting the project together. He gave me all his resources and everything. And at this time, it became more serious to me because it's like I don't want to let them down. Here
Right.
it is. I got at this time, my brother Ghetto, which what we call him MU. So from this point on, we gonna call him MU.
Mm-hmm.
So MU caught a life sentence, so he's in prison. Then Cream got a fresh 15 years. So now it's just up to me and Jigga. You get what I'm saying? Me and Lil J. So once we get out there, I feel like I had to carry top dollar records on my back, at least do something for them. And they will always call me. One thing about it was big motivation from behind the wall because they gave me a lot of directions and which way I need to go, you know. So they will always call me and give me advice when it comes down to the music. I started working on the matter of fact, before it was the Ghetto Legend, I started working on a project dedicated to Cream and MU. It was Two Tone Anger Part 2, you know. I
Mm-hmm.
actually put that out a while ago. I can't find it now because it was on CD, but that was a good project because I had a lot of songs from MU and Cream that they ain't had a chance to put out.
Oh,
Like
dope.
Cream, like man, listen, MU had this song, man. I always get on him about it. It's called Mental Madman, bro.
Mm, mm,
And the way he went off on that song, I guarantee if he had the opportunity to sit in front of big labels, they would have signed him right then.
mm,
I'm
mm,
telling you, that's how big that project. I mean, that's how big that song was.
mm.
So, you know, I started working after that project. I started working on the Ghetto Legend, and they ain't had the title then.
Right,
I
right,
just know my brother MU will keep saying, "Man, you need to put something on the radio. You need to put something on the radio." But me being who I am, screw, I ain't trying to go commercial like that.
right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I'm following the lead of the Master P and at this time, Cash Money done hit the scene with BG.
Mm,
Realize Juby ain't been on the scene yet. You
right,
feel what I'm saying?
right,
This
right.
this BG right here we talk
Yeah,
about,
that's early. Look, young Lil Wayne, baby Lil Wayne. Just
Exactly.
yeah,
Chopper
right, right.
City.
Chopper
You
City.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yes,
I
sir.
want to
Yes,
follow
sir.
that. That's who I'm looking. I'm like, man, that's me right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now they not open up a lane for me. This the shit I talk about. They ain't gonna play this on the radio.
Yes,
You
sir.
know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, man, he just keep pressuring me.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, if I'm gonna do something for the radio, he calling me right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be, it gotta be screen.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Right.
going commercial.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm in the studio one day, and again, it never was in my mind to go commercial.
Right.
I remember Fat Boy was in the studio with me that day, and the engineer, I mean, well, the producer at the time, it was Gotti. You know, shout out to them. But
Mm-hmm.
Gotti was working on the beat, and I said, man, you know what? You know why I get here on that beat? And then he was like, what? So then I was like, no, 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 no. And then he was like, bro, you right. So he get to work around that. So Fat went inside there like, boy, yeah, they going. I said, man, Fat, say it for me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's Fat on the hook. I don't know if y'all know Fat on the intro and Fat
Wow.
on the hook.
I never knew that. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Never knew
Fat
that.
Boy. He on the intro and
Oh,
the hook.
let's
So
go. Let's
you
go.
feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
Well, honestly, I jump in the head. Fat Boy is on the intro to the North North remix.
remix,
You
right?
know?
Okay, okay, right.
Yeah, so on
Right.
this right here, Fat Boy was just on the hook of this right here.
We're
You
gonna we gonna
know?
run, yeah, we're gonna run it for him right quick, but
Go ahead. Oh, that is Fat on the. That's Fat Boy.
No, 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 Charlie.
That shit so get me lit right now.
No, 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 Charlie. You can find me in the cuts in the valley stone. At the corner shop, stopping, cutting through with my dog. Make a hustle hard, and you don't flip a zone. Flip a copper zone by. And then go, Charlie, yo, that be the spot. And then nothing goes down, blowing on the block. And the color in the brown. And then nothing flip a keep. Once a beat dog, ain't no hiding, apologizing, they riding to your late nights in the cuts. Boy, you better be heated. What's the temperature that drop? What the time is Latin season? Latin season. Latin season. Road that got her relocated on the old man, jump out on Miller Park. So now we're posted by the store. They trying to close down the show. They can't close it, we gon' move. The celebration of crack cocaine and proximity of a school. My whole block want it. I'm a dogs on the rubber boat, whatever AM to AM. We greeting the sun. I talk about not going home or chasing clothes for days. 500 get your book, a cheat, get your name. Fill my dogs up on leads. Let me hear you reach the roof. Throw your hands up to the jack and turn the lion to the truth. Libra, I might do for all my dogs up in the cell. Turn on headphones on you hot. Let me hear your red tail. Oh, two-tone ghetto.
classic, 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 man.
Let me
Classic,
let, let me say this right here, bro.
sir. Yes, sir.
The energy inside that song is crazy, man.
Oh my
I
God.
talk about I can never sit cool
Mm-hmm.
and that song playing, bro. You feel what I'm
I never
saying?
know. I first heard that shit, Lil Buck. I was in end zone. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that just tell you how long ago that was, man. And I'm talking about the whole club was packed and went crazy. In this early days of, I'm talking about just the music scene to me at the time was just like you said, just early developing, bro. But they went crazy. This was always one of my favorite joints. Tell me about the reception you got once you put this out, you released that into the street, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, listen. All right, sit back. I'm about to take you on a journey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now check this out. Here you got this young project boy. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't nobody ever tell me I can be a rapper. The only thing niggas ever tell me, if I get the right package and I put it in the right people's hand, then I can be a Nino. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we lived up for back then. You feel me? But when I put that song in the radio, I did not expect it to do what it did. I'll never forget back then they had the battle of the beats where they used to put us up against other artists. So I remember whenever they put the Norfolk, I was going up against a reigning champion. Buddy already done been running. He done had won 3 weeks straight. I can't remember who it was. He had won 3 weeks straight, and I knocked him out. I told him it's so crazy. Like nobody called out there and vote for him. Everybody was like, "No buck, no buck, no." Every time. So I'm like, I ain't even listen to it at first because I've been kind of nervous. I said, "Man, I ain't want to listen to." You know what I'm saying? Everybody calling me and been like, "You hear them on the radio? Like you about to win. You about to win." So I won that week. The next weekend, they put me up against it. It used to be every Friday. They put me up against somebody else. Knocked them out the ball for 4 weeks straight. They had to retire me because nobody could beat the song. You feel what I'm saying? So as time go by, they started playing the song every Friday on the radio. Then it started getting played during out the week during the mix and stuff like that. So beside, I mean, it was like it wasn't no other local song at that time getting played outside of the Friday. I think they call it the dumb out mix or whatnot. But my song. Now, mind you, this was before Maul had dropped the Ike Donkey. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was at that time, only thing you used to hear on the radio was the North North or the Ike Donkey.
Right. That's right.
You
That's right.
feel what I'm saying?
Truth. That's the truth. That's the
And
truth.
let me tell you this. I remember TR Flow. TR from the Carolina Pathfinders, right?
Shout out to y'all, Flo. Yeah, most definitely.
He had booked me for a show. At this time, I wasn't getting paid. I was still promotional.
Mm.
It was at the Armory, and we was doing a show with the Low Duo Low Shine. Now, if you know about Low Shine had a way bigger presence than me because he had a team behind him. So he had a rap band. His
Right.
posters was everywhere. He had a good team. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I think his mom or his dad or something was part of the movement, had something going on with his team or something like that. I think back
You
then.
could be right, but I just know that he had a good movement, so it looked good.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Mhm.
automatically, when you see somebody like that, you already think, all right, they on their way.
Right.
Me and him had a show together, right?
Hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't remember. I never had listened to none of his music, but I already assumed because of his presence that it was big,
Right.
and he performed before me. See, I at this time I didn't even know how important it was for me to have been the main event. The fact of the matter that he was performing before me, that should have said a lot. At least somebody thought I was that important enough to say I want him to close the show out. So he came not even all the way through his show. The crowd wasn't feeling him. And I remember he stopped his show to try to do like a twerk contest. You know how they be doing that to kind of catch that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, they got him off the stage, and I would see. He said something. He like, "Hey, boy." He said, "Boy," he was like, "Boy, good luck, boy. Them boy out there tough or something like that, right? Something you would hear in a movie.
The movie,
Yeah, some movie shit. So
right.
I'm already nervous. This is my first show.
Mm, mm,
First show. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Even when Two Tone been doing shows, I never went to none of his show because I was too young to get in the club then.
Gotcha, of
You
course.
know?
Right. You like you say 12, 13 years old, man.
So when they had called my name,
Hmm.
the crowd went stupid. I could have heard from the back, and I look at my little brother Jigga. I said, "Hey, boy," I said, "Boy, you hear that?" And I just smiled. I lit up, boy. Hey, listen, it felt like a charge of energy ran to me.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So I
sir.
went up there. TR gave me the mic. He was like, "All right, now, Do you think that when the first time, you know, TR talk. But
Mhm.
anyway, so when they dropped the beat, I promise you this right here. I ain't even got into the second hook before they shut the show down because I had got too lit.
Mm,
I
mm.
couldn't even perform the second verse. And TR cut the show, but all right, that's enough. Because he been doing crowd control. I
Right.
thanked them, I left, and from that point on, nobody could book me for free. Now I
Mm.
see I'm worth something.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For real, man.
So,
But
so you mean from this on your very first show, once you saw this momentum, you were like, "Hey, forget that. The next one's on. They got to pay me for any time they see me after this."
I definitely, you can ask Twin D. Twin D always talk about how when I walked in his studio, I always came with a briefcase because I've been about my business.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And at that time, I think the only other thing I did was somebody had told me. Matter of fact, I'm getting a little far ahead of myself.
Right, 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 right,
All
right.
right, so if I can back up a little bit, and this is very important. It's a very important point.
Yes, sir.
I remember North Charleston High School was having a talent show.
Hmm.
This is before I even did the North North. Um, they had asked me about performing at the talent show. I remember Maul was there. This before me and Maul meet. But my cousin C and Maul already was cool. They had a relationship together. So I told the guy who told me about the talent show, I said, hey, listen, I'll perform, but I ain't competing. I said, I don't want to be a part of the talent show. I just want to perform. So I remember going to the show. Maul already had a name for himself. I think he already had dropped an album or whatnot. So they had know him. So I think I performed first and he performed after me, but I know we were both backstage. When I say backstage, we was in the gym and inside the locker room. We didn't even talk to each other or whatnot. I think C had introduced us either then or later on, but we didn't talk to each other. And I performed out there. I still got pictures of that right now. And the crowd went crazy. Like I said, it wasn't even North North. It was a song called Junior Ninos. And they had love that. To rewind it a little further, my cousin C introduced me to Maul at a block party. And from that point, me and Maul had kind of got locked in with the music. You know, and he had told me he won't remember when I performed at that show or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And I get to that to say when it came down to the business side of stuff, after I saw what my worth was, Maul had dropped. That's when Maul was getting shows and he had dropped the Acadunky and he was going crazy with it.
Right, right.
And I had talked to him. I said, hey Maul, listen, bro. Niggas need to start paying us for these shows, bro.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Cause I remember at that North North show that I did free, Tiara had told me when I came to the barber shop, he was like, boy, I made such and such amount of money off that show.
Mm,
And I was like, damn, boy, I ain't getting none of that. So from my point, I told Mars Skirt, I said, bro, listen,
mm-hmm.
niggas need to start booking us, paying us for our shows. And he like, bro, you right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And
that's
me
cool.
and that nigga came together. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying that's wild that you said that. I just did a show last night with Yada, and he said the same thing. He said he went and did his first performance. He said a man made at the door 18, was bragging how he made 18,000, 20,000 at the door. He said he would just only charge the man a little bit, a little bread. You know what I'm saying, like 1,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man. He said if he saw from that the same. He said the same thing you said. He said they eating off us at the same time, so I got to make sure I'm eating too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Me and Ma performed Big Face Money Entertainment.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because me and Ma biggest song together back then, before I dropped the Ghetto Legend, Ma put it on his album was Big Face Money.
Okay, right.
Everybody still love that song right now today. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? If I perform, I'll still perform that song.
Mm,
And doggone, I even shout out to Ma. You feel what I'm saying? Cause one thing about it, I'm about giving flowers while we here. So I gotta give flowers to Ma because Ma been carrying it. Ma been carrying that torch for a little minute.
yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
feel what I'm saying? But we did the Big Face Money um entertainment, and what that mean, we had locked in. Ain't nobody booking us for show. He got money, I got money. Guess what I started doing? We started coming together, booking our own venues and performing ourselves, getting money at the door immediately.
Mm. Dope.
You know
Dope.
what I'm saying? No need to take all this years. Be real with you to keep it 1,000 with you. When I was on tour with my artist recently, I said and I was talking to Chris Brown, and Chris Brown was talking about how them boy been barring him. I mean, how they done there like blackball him from a whole lot of these performance and stuff. That's why him and Usher got into it inside Las Vegas. If you heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I had told Chris Brown, I said, bro, I said, man, you need to start booking your own shows, your own tours. Stop being independent with it. Don't wait on them.
Right.
And from this point, if you see right now, majority of these shows and stuff, Chris Brown on, man, he doing it independent. And I salute him for that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Hey, but you know, it always take that wisdom from the OG to get. So you had to give him some of that game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you already know. I'm gonna run this big face money for them too, so they can check this out too.
What you doing, man?
I'm an all-tall stunner, a quarter brick dropper. Catch me
Get
stick
from state to state, riding.
one chopper. Top dollar nigga, you know that could be wrong, bro.
Just make it to the
and not
and not
transport it
transport
back
it
from
to.
blocked up. Once I
Once I-
touch down, tell them boys that I'm right now. Can't even sleep, got them blowing up my pipe now. But that dope that I'm dropping fire like steam. And that rawness they come and giving them dreams. I'ma do my damn thing with that coke and that triple B. Drop a 4T, baby Frank, they got a silver T. See, I'm a sucker ball, hit the mall and act a dog. Low pocket Molly Mall, knock this bitch from out the stall. Outshine who? You better think twice, bro. And the Caprice, and Buck, and the Chrysler. Bitch, I price ya. Put the tip up on your head. I'm Johnston on my payroll. DEA in the face, nigga.
Big face money, big face hundred. That's what I make all the time, serving waste sales and junkies. Big face money, big face hundred. That's what I make all the time, serving waste sales and junkies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Man, you know, listen, bro. We had the streets in the chokehold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We had the streets in the chokehold. And I got to talk about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, as the career is advancing, the Ghetto Legend coming out there. If you even play the Ghetto Legend, man, the Ghetto Legend is the
Man,
intro of it.
that's crazy that you said that, because I one of my favorite songs on the Ghetto Legend is the song Ghetto Legend. You know?
Yeah.
And I think it get overshadowed, you know what I'm saying, by the North sometime, but they got to go back, and that's a classic in its own, you know what I'm saying? And they don't realize the early stages of the game, man, that you was in, and just the shit that you was spitting, bro. Hold on, let me run this, bro. Your show tonight, little bro. We gonna teach them. If they don't know, we gonna teach them tonight.
Let's
man.
do that.
I'm about to take your niggas way back like it was yesterday. Beginning, I'ma drop my high, I pick up on my getaway. Cause I've been a broken home, father was a dead for me. Mama couldn't break for me, so I'm about to take a care of me. Born up in that project for the dogs and use that murder rate. Ask the fuck when he coming and tell that nigga section 8. Right up over the making it, they really show that love for me. As he shows that my real them boy, they let us love for me. Never gonna remember and look me up and went to school at. Why you don't remember that was way before he knew. They might not come to change for ghetto. He called the body, judge the mathematical sitting and stressing one night behind. But mama praying out, she is my office, they and fuck with us. Just an excuse, jump off the book, cause I'm all they got. Couldn't be fit, cause I am afraid lately. To tell the truth, I don't know what's gone, love me or hate me. You feel me?
Get a legend, legend never die. a legend. You a ghetto legend. Legend never die. You a ghetto legend. But it's
The fucking shit, that ain't my flipper since he lost see. Me and Dog come up to get that shit, that nigga raw me. Tone on the run, slip up and now he's sitting on some top. Drama after drama with no family, got me on the ground. Now I'm my own man, no love to my brothers, go fuck with respect. Can't tell me shit, cause now I'm on my own. My fucked up thinking had me too deep and ain't no helping that. Murder and the first gon' talk about that, cause you should not surprise the world is coming down. On my life is all that clothes and shit so serious, can't even trust my own kid, but I'ma keep my head high. I ain't gonna let it get me down. There's a story about my life, a ghetto legend running wild.
Man, listen. I
Oh,
want
you get a legend. Yeah,
You
we remix that.
need to do that. I've been
That's
telling you to
one of
do it,
the
huh?
I
hey,
probably
David,
take these niggas way back like it was yesterday.
back in the back. I hear them vocals, man. I hear you back there, Baba.
Oh yeah, yeah. One thing I tell you, man, listen, my little cousin is the truth. And I ain't talking about fake cousin, nigga. This my mama's sister's son. You feel what I'm saying?
On the camera, man. Let them see my dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go,
Give him,
go ahead, come around, young man.
man.
You
You know what I'm
know, matter of fact, you know, that's his brother on the wall, Playboy. So we got to salute
saying? Shout out, yes,
Playboy.
sir, Playboy. Yeah, yes, sir.
Stack,
Yes,
stack, no man, what's going on
sir.
with you?
What's going on with your brother?
Hey,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, y'all know.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you how talented this dude is. I know this about me, but you gotta realize, man, I
Mhm.
feel honored to be able to pass the torch.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
'Cause think about it, bro. Them niggas getting better.
That's
You feel
right.
what I'm saying?
That's
For
right.
real, for real.
Sir.
And
Yes.
even though he might not say it, but he know we've been some motivation and inspiration, you know what I'm saying, to his music career,
Man,
you know?
let me tell you,
Yeah.
not just in his
Yo,
music
three
career,
colors, of course.
not just his music career, but all of us that did music, all of us
That
that
had a
that
two-tone
that,
on the
that,
CD.
that
That shit been all white with
all
two-tone logo.
classic.
Yeah.
All of us that touch music, bro. You are inspiration. Let me tell you. Let me give you some real shit too. With your descriptions in the Ghetto Legend, just the song that we just played, a lot of us coming up early, young, you know what I'm saying? We were real young. So some of us that maybe not even had knew, man, we know we made trips to Charleston, that type of thing. But as far as in the neighborhoods, you gave us a descriptive view, you know what I'm saying, of really North Charleston. You really were you a storyteller, bro, a griot. You describes to us, bro. You gave us the vision of like, damn, bro, them it's a whole nother life versus us, because we Berkeley County. I'm in the countryside, so I'm giving
Yeah.
our play by play. You know what I'm saying? So those stories and those concepts that we got that showed us really the visual of what really was going on during North Charleston, all just during that time. But you describe things that uh uh only from your eyes, bro, that only you could break down the way you did. You spoke about your brothers going down. You really gave your whole life really in it. They listened to the song,
Mhm.
everything that you speaking about now. You said it then. So let me tell you. So after this, after the Ghetto Legend, like I said, you got that role, and you done did the joint with Marley. You got the Ghetto Legend. You know what I'm saying? Going back to you got the Ghetto Legend project is rolling. You getting a great reception. Like you say, you doing shows. What's the next step? What's going on now? What happens next?
Well, each of my project was a reflection of what was going on in my life right then. If you listen to the Ghetto Legend project, man, I've been going through a lot of war, I've been beef, I've been things like that right there. And the Ghetto Legend project talk about all of that. I think I just found the outlet to let out all my aggression. I had lost my cousin C during the time of that project. He wasn't there to actually see me release that project. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Um, I had a whole song on that project for C called Remember Me. Then at that time, I'm reminiscing a lot about my brother Ghetto, just thinking like, damn, I done been in situations before. Think about this. For all y'all listening, whoever even sit in county jail, man, imagine sitting inside that atmosphere for a lifetime.
Mm,
So those things like that, they will always go on my head, man. Just thinking about the people who I know were depending on me.
right, right.
So at that time, that album was more aggressive. It was a very because that's what was around me at that time. That aggression, all that anger, and all that right there. So as time moved on, you know, I started getting better positions inside the streets. Let's just say that right there. The money started getting better. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
I started being more down inside Miami. You know,
So, so,
where
so,
my
at,
dad's side of family from. You know,
so at this same time, not to cut you off. So at the same time that even though you're making the money, you're doing your thing, you still got your street business going on at the same time.
oh
While
yeah, definitely, definitely, because that's all I know. You
right,
know,
right.
that's all I know at the time. So,
Mhm.
with me feeling good and my energy up, that's when the Uptown Slinger came.
Ah, yes,
You
sir.
get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So things change.
I
You
see.
feel what I'm saying?
I see the progression. Right, right.
Yeah, the progression was different because you know a lot of wars ended
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
when the gun smoke. I'm still here.
Yeah,
You
right.
feel I was victorious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, again, you know what I'm saying? The money started elevating, things of that nature. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you hear about what I talk about inside the Uptown Slinger, it's like I can do what I want to.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? I'm independent. I'm black owned. I'm like the South Carolina Master P, independent black owned.
Sir,
You know,
yes,
ain't nobody gonna tell me when to release a project. I can drop right now if I want to.
yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
You know?
Definitely, and that's how it felt. That's how your movement felt at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that was your motto from then. Shit, I can drop when I wanna. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So coming up to the time of the Uptown Slinger, since you brought us up here to this, what made you, instead of putting the North remix on Ghetto Legend, what made you put it on Uptown Slinger? That's a question I always wanted to know from
You know why? Because I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do a remix.
you.
DJ Cass from Z93 inspired me to do the remix.
Okay.
And not just that, man, he kind of put a lot of input. He helped me out with because I just saying I know how to. That first one was so big. How can I do something bigger?
Of course.
So let me go get some of the legends from the North.
Right. 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 Right.
Let's
Right.
put Molly Marl on there.
Mhm.
Fat was already on the first one, but let's give him a verse.
Mm,
You know
mm,
what I'm saying?
mhm.
And I always was a fan of Apostle Paul, man.
Oh,
So I
me
like,
too. Me too.
yeah, I really felt like for real, like Apostle Paul
Mm.
could have had been one of the big ones too.
Man, I say the same thing, bro. Very, very mysterious brother. I try to reach out to him, try to get him on, man, but he's trying to find him, man. He's lower than low, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
he is, man. But I know Paul since I've been me and him childhood friends
Yes, sir.
before the music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I just had to have him on the project. You feel
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man.
And if you the man is so talented, man. I really felt like for real. I salute man. I feel like Paul ate all us on that song, man. He
Mm-hmm.
was the best way to end that project.
Now we gonna we
You
gonna
know?
we gonna run this one right quick, then, Buck. You know what I'm saying? If
Go
that's
ahead.
true, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's the business, man? No fuck. This the remix to the North. And I wanna know, is y'all boys ready? No, Johnny, wait for a sentence because of all my enemies. I know they don't like me because I'm locking down the industry. Too much chemistry when I'm rapping on these beats. I'm running through a lot of freaks and serving bustle on these streets, serving boom smokers that leap, man. I'm talking to the fullest. Won't say I'm the realest, but I'm knowing you're gon' feel us. Quick to pull us, 9 Ruger up off the shelf and blow a hole through you and watch it come on somebody else.
I'm a uptown head buster, uptown stone splitter, uptown grinder, man, I'm a uptown shiner, I'm a uptown stunner, uptown slinger, a ball, a universal material, trying to buy the word tomorrow. I know you wonder what's next, and North been so hard, I had to drop a remix, yeah. Extra dog blow, Bezo for Shizo, even my Google, these ass turkey, but what's the deal? So throw it up, let me see the hood get crunk. From the front to the back to that north south. I'm so hard, I'm so posted on the same floor. Yeah, man, they be jumping, but I be popping on another shot. I heard the hood, I'm making moves, I'm affiliated. That north side is a spot where we G-rated. Now everybody in that north get took. Say all my real poppers come on and pop a bottle with me. Swing batter, swing batter, get crunk. Go Molly Mom, go back, go low pop, go Buckle Paul, go naughty by, go. Oh no side, I took over another show, go.
From the land of killers, late night creepers searching for millers, make you shake and shiver. When them jackets scraping for skrilla, camouflage, Willie keys, black tees, and pulling flights. All through the night, hustlers don't sleep until the sun's right. It's an O to the R&T, H to the S-I-D-N-E. Living on the streets, you got to ride low key and play the G. Bring the D, that's where I be every day, trying to get my pay right. Speed team, riding heavy, hit them cuts and taking flight. Uptown, riding daily, baby, a superstar. Beating to the left as I'm riding clean in the supercar. Uptown, bound, 9mm rifle, cool them clown with 100 rounds on my lay it down. Best to bring them bloodhound. Uptown, got love for that. Downtown, got love for that. From SC to DT, you know that's where them killers at. Straight thuggin'. I see a lot of busters mugging, but listen to your juggin'. Hell, y'all ain't gon' see nothing.
The north side of the county, yo, and the reppin' hard for every street zone. We caught the drone and roll, we make some able business. King of your walk of force, and fire to you residents. Attack it like a Bible, want to sell because some poisonous. Damn, see the crop fully set up. Give me 50 feet, free, get your ass wet up. A-double-C-A-B-double-E. Putting out 31 big ass better. Filling my pyramid, so breaks and the fruitable movement, the back for better. I am on the grind for the shine. Killer demons on me job. Open up, shit, I shout. Out to the universal hot dog. Oh boy, I think it's time to act it out here. Disrespect me, it is a must to find your fountain. These hundreds are rivers forever burning down the country. 7 Lincolns and Lex, or 44 and slow.
We ready, we ready, we ready, we ready, we ready.
Classic. And
Man, I'm surprised that ain't did bigger than the first
come
note,
on,
man.
and listen, and the reason why I played the whole thing because it's never been nobody else to do a remix to put artists like that and it's got the reception that it got, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not that I've heard, and I heard a lot. Me and Mega Bucks even we have this discussion, man, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up about these type of things. And we say the same thing. And it just the verse from Fat Boy, man. I mean, that shit, come on, that's that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you know what I mean, y'all ate that shit, man. Everybody they man did their thing on that. To me, it hasn't been a remix since with this many artists. I mean, now you got a lot of collabs they got coming up now, but the impact that this made at the time, oh man, bro. Oh,
Man, I'm gonna tell you though, I got locked up and I went to prison right after that, right there. So I really cannot. I ain't get a chance to reap the fruits of that song right there.
right.
I ain't get a chance to perform it or did every because the song went big. You know what I'm saying?
It did. It did.
Yeah, man. Radio, everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Radio clubs, all of that. I saw.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you segued into that. You know what I'm saying? So tell me, because to us, seemed like you just disappeared, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm.
I mean, we didn't know what
Well,
happened.
shit, I did disappear. Not the way I would want to.
Well, you're right, most
Yeah, you
definitely.
know what I'm saying? But I got put out.
So yeah, so tell me, take me, Buck, from you with this fame, like you say, coming from the ghetto legend Now you say you building you building up. You got your emotion in the street is even greater, as well as the music. So now you on your uptown slanger vibe. You know what I mean? You just dropped the North the remix. You dropped the whole album actually. So what transpired between then that ended up getting you in the situation that you ended up into, brother?
Um, so it's a lot that happened in between Uptown Slinger and me getting locked up. It just never was released. Like I started being with DJ B Lord a lot. He had took a likeness into me. And honestly, he had brought this is what it was. DJ B Lord had brought me, Fat Boy, and Maul to Pure Pain Records
Mm-hmm.
to their studio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Pure Pain.
you know, the same studio where Camouflage died at.
Okay, all right. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
right.
you know, at that time he had Camouflage, he had Rome Bad Daddy, and he had a guy out of Murder Beach named Magnificent or whatnot.
Right.
But anyway, so man, DJ Blue Law blessed us, you
Mm.
know, and I'm gonna be real with you, right? And DJ B Law will probably tell you this story too.
Mm-hmm.
If he had a chance, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
how I got DJ B Law attention is
Mhm.
one day he woke up and I guess he went outside and he found my CD on his window shield.
Mhm, mhm,
And it wasn't put there as a threat. You feel
mhm.
what I'm saying? But you can see how that is. Like, all right, one of my partners had lived in a neighborhood that I guess he had used to come down to Charleston. He stayed at or whatnot. But
Right.
then the point of the matter is they found it. He said, "Man, I'm about to put your CD out there." And from that point, I guess I gained his attention because he locked in with me
Mhm,
and
mhm.
he took us to Savannah, and he really showed like real love. So the only thing about it is like he took us to Savannah. I started following up and start going back to Savannah. I started building a relationship with Rome Bad Daddy. DJ B Law put me on a song with Trick Daddy, you know what I'm saying, and big artists or whatnot back then. He showed a lot of love. Besides that, like I say, at this point, I'm working on another project, but because I had a project that was about to come out called Catch a Body Low Shorty, which was a big song on my Uptown Slinger album. And literally, me, Fat, and Maul became a unit together. So half of the time when you used to see a show, it either used to be me, Fat, and Maul, or it used to be me and Maul.
Right. That's right.
Uh, um, the radio was playing our songs heavily back then, me and Maul. At this time, I don't think Fat had a song that was playing on the radio yet. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might hold up. No, Change Gonna Come and came until like 2010 or something like that. I think after I get out of prison is when they been playing Change Gonna Come. But I don't think Fat had a song on the radio at that time. But Fat just had hot music. He was another legend in the street.
Right.
Um, I remember Z93 had this promoter. I can't remember buddy name, but I know I was upset because there was this big thing about stopping us from they had stopped it had got so political. It was because all those songs that we had playing on the radio, me and Ma, we were not getting no royalties for them. We were not getting acknowledged by the major labels for them because they would not allowed us to have and we had uploaded like basically they got this thing called BDS, and we had put it in the BDS system, which a lot of people artists right now don't understand what that means, you know what I'm saying? But that's the broadcast data system. That system is whenever your song spin on the radio, that alerts the major labels and say, okay, this song ain't got to spend this much time in this area. That's the only way you can really get recognized by major labels. You feel me? So if you had got your song registered with BDS, Z93 would stop you from getting played on the radio. They did not want us to get recognition from our
Mm,
music. You
mm,
understand?
mm.
So it came to a point that I had called an interview with Terry Bass. Paul at the time was the program director for Z93. It was DJ Cass there too. And I'm like, okay, so we can do all these promotional shows for y'all for the radio station. Y'all want us to do Summer Jam and all this. but we can't get recognized. How we gonna get on
Right.
if our city ain't even backing us up and allowing us to load up our music the right way so we can get recognized by other labels, you know?
Right. Right. Most definitely.
So that right there had caused a big thing to the point where Terry Bass got mad and said, you know what? I was playing y'all songs. I was looking out for y'all. We ain't playing y'all. Well, we ain't playing no local music no more. They stopped playing local music
Mm.
because of that. Just because, put it like this, because we woke up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hold up, man. We ain't getting recognized for this. We need
Mm.
to get recognized for this if we doing free shows for y'all.
That's
So
right.
when Terry Bass did that, they done that try to reach out to me to perform at Teen Jams. It's supposed to be me, Fat Boy, and Maul.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my, and I'm gonna be real with you. This is the one time in my career that I regret because I was in my feelings instead of on my business shit.
Right. Right.
And I like, well, shit, if they ain't gonna let us, they ain't gonna play our songs on the radio no more. I ain't about to perform for them now. So I didn't go. So Fat Boy and Maul went. And Fat Boy called me, the crowd that want me, that want me bad. And Fat did something real. Him and Ma, they did a tribute for me out there. They played the North North and they went stupid. And I regret not being at that show. Because I should at least have showed up for Fat and Ma. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So
Right.
Fat them did some real shit too. After that, because the fact of the matter that I did not show, because they had promised me. So Terry based them, they didn't want to pay me, but they promised me if I had showed up, then they would have put us on tour with Juvenile to perform inside Atlanta. I mean Orlando.
Mm.
So Fat Boy them did it, and they got put on the show. I didn't do it. So Z93 started playing my music, started playing Fat and Maul music, and they ain't put me on the show. But like I say, we a unit. So Fat and Maul them still invited me to come down to Orlando
Right.
to the Juvenile show to open up with Juvenile.
Oh, the
So
dope.
we went down there, and I'm telling you, this all transpired in between Uptown Slinger and me going to prison because things are getting bigger for us at this time, for me, Fat and Maul. And we perform at that Juvenile, and that inspired, I feel like us all three of us, man. Cause we started taking the music to a whole nother level. We started traveling more. Me and Maul started hitting college campuses, you know what I'm saying? Putting our music out there. Me and Fat, we going to Atlanta. We went and performed down inside Chuck T Plug us in with the it was a bigger music award down inside. Dang, boy, Chuck gonna kill me if I don't remember this, but I want to say it was in Mississippi. Cause we was right there across the borderline from Memphis. So we went down there. Chuck T put us on that. Then Chuck T started backing us up. Chuck T started putting it together. Chuck T always had a relationship with Universal. So he
Right.
started putting us in strong places like
Mm.
that. So I had DJ Chuck T on this end, and I had DJ B Lord on this end. Then I started getting more involved inside Miami down there. So I had things going on inside Miami music wise too. So everything was looking good. And I actually I got a visit from Epic Records. Terry Bass called me, and this was right before I went to prison. But Terry Bass had called me and said it was somebody there inquiring about me at Epic. So I end up meeting with the guy off of Ashley Phosphate at the pool hall, Players Boulevard. Me and him sit down, we talk. And he was talking about sending, getting me going to New York, and he can do this. You know, all that. It was an A&R, all that big talk. I like at that time, you know, I'm still in the streets, so I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever, bet, you know. So with that going forward, that was maybe a week or 2 weeks before I end up going down to Miami with the wrong people. And that's where things kind of turned for me, the turning point for me. I got that close, and I ended up making a wrong decision by being with the wrong people, and it put me into getting incarcerated. You know,
Right. 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 Damn. Mm.
so
So
everything got snatched up. But at this time, I was already inside magazines. At
right.
that time, we done been to the Source Awards,
Mhm.
doing all that kind of stuff like that. Murder Dog magazine. I've been in that magazine. I've been in a couple of magazines at that time. You know what I'm saying? So we really was breaking through. You know. But sometimes, man, I'm gonna tell you this right here. 60 seconds can cost you your life.
Oh, most definitely. Most
You
definitely.
understand? And back then, I just wish I had emotional intelligence
Mm,
to walk away from the situation I was in at that time.
mm.
You know?
And that's real. And they know I say it every show. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to say it again. This is a communiversity. So these stories that little Buck is telling and we talking and these questions we ask is not for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? These also life lessons and these lessons for brothers that's going through the same situations. And when you need to, just like he said, 60 seconds to change your life. So listen to him. At least take that time to say, damn, you know what I'm saying? Little Buck said some real shit. Let me think about the decisions I make before I do them. This is for the young brothers, man. So this what we here to do. You know what I'm saying? We here to teach. My bad,
I'm
Buck.
gonna tell you this right here. 60 seconds had me facing 12 life sentences.
Mm, mm,
12 of them. And you know all that money that I ran up in the street,
mm-hmm.
all that went into lawyers paying
Damn.
for my freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
For real, for real. So it get real when you sitting up there inside that cell and you standing in front of a judge who said, son, you got 12 life sentences on the table.
mm,
He
mm.
said, on my worst day, I know I can get one of them.
Damn.
And that's all you need is one.
12 life sentences?
12 of it.
God
For
damn.
real. But then but you gotta understand this right here, man. I know that I was chosen because the chosen ones are treated differently.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you don't see like I'm not a habitual offender that back and forth out of prison.
Right.
So my journey in life been this. When I was 13, I caught that body charge.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Then I ended up going to juvenile prison when I was 15 for drug charges or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did 2 years inside there, but I already know that I had a higher calling because I never went to juvenile prison. I never would have graduated out of high school.
Yes,
I
sir.
graduated a year early. I graduated when I was 17.
Mm.
Made all A's because I always been intelligent. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yes, sir.
Um, and then I ended up catching the body charge when I was 18.
Mm.
But after that, right there, the next time I had to stand in front of a judge, I was facing 12 life sentences. You know what that was a sign to tell me? First of all, God wasn't playing with me because every time I got in trouble, I was facing my life was at stake.
Right. Right.
You understand? And then when I ran into this brick wall, when it's like I facing 12 life sentences, you going you get real religious in a situation like that right
Yes.
there. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right. Right.
But it actually set me down. It was a blessing because it set me down to like a dude like me. You see, I'm in front of the chessboard, and this ain't no facade. I ain't putting this on just because we playing. This is what I do.
Right.
Like I
Right.
invest. I spent money
Right.
on my chessboards, man.
See that?
You
I
know
see.
what I'm saying?
And I see on your page you got other times you playing chess, so I know what time it is. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's all I do.
Yes,
And
sir.
I've been doing that before prison.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
Mm-hmm.
a thinker.
Mm-hmm.
And to sit a thinker down, I plead out to 10 years.
Mm.
Later on, it became 5 and 5 out
Mm.
because the Florida statute that they had sentenced me under was the 10-20 life. But the 10 years I got for carrying a gun,
Mm-hmm.
you get 10 years automatically. When I got to the law library, they had dropped my gun charge. So I
Mm.
fought that part of it so they can move that statute and they change it from 5 years into 5 years. So
Mm.
I went with that. I pleaded that,
Yeah, right, 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 right.
So sitting me down for 5 years inside there. And I know we kind of off the topic of the music, but this
No,
is
no, no.
important.
We in the same pace when we going with the trajectory of your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You taking us where we need to be.
Okay, so with that being said, so when I got inside prison or whatnot, this is my first time ever being inside a prison, like adult prison. Then I'm down inside Miami, down there in South Florida. It's different. First of all, when I got down there, they still had the weights on the yard. I was a part of the event. Well, I witnessed the event that took the weights off all Florida correctional yards. And what that was My first, like I said, God was dealing with me a different way. He was kind of looking like, hey, listen, bro, you a king. You living like a president. You feel what I'm saying? My story more like it gets biblical because it's more like the story of the king that God took off the throne and put inside the wilderness for 7 years. You understand? That's me. You feel me? So I got put inside that wilderness for 5 years, and everything my first 30 days in prison, everything I experienced back then, I mean, in that little time, shaped me for the rest of my prison bit to tell me straight out, like, hey, listen, either you're gonna get your mind right or you ain't gonna make it out here. Because they've been slinging iron back there. When I was on a when I was on a rec yard, my first 2 weeks inside South Florida, it was me and this old school dude. Cause I came up boxing. All my mama's sons box. You know what I'm saying? That's another story about me, my cousin C, and all my brothers, all us box. I came up boxing. So never made it to the ring. I was too small, but my brother MU, man, that boy was a beast, man. That man knockout game was crazy.
Right,
You
right.
feel what I'm saying? But me and this old school dude used to always we work out together, and he would spot me on a weight bench. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm lifting weights, and it was a dude like maybe like 2 benches down from me. All I remember is somebody walk up to him, and he was setting himself up to push the pump on, and Buddy picked the weight up and just dropped it on him. You hear why I say this? Literally dropped it on Buddy.
God.
I told him on his head, like took
Mm,
his head off.
mm.
The sirens went down. That means everybody had to get on the ground. I'm laying on the ground, and this man's blood is just spilling over to me, and I couldn't get up because you get up, you getting shot.
God.
So I'm laying in another man, bro, and
Mm.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, what's the message in that right there?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because easily in the streets, all the war that I went through, that could have been me.
Most definitely. Most
You
definitely.
understand?
Mhm.
But I went through that, you know, and I saw dudes get beat with locks and they sleep. Things like that right there. So my first 30 days inside prison was an eye opening, like, damn, I'm really in this world right here.
Right,
Shit, this the type of shit that they don't talk about. You don't hear about this in the gangster songs.
right, right.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Like niggas ain't making it out of this right here, you know?
Mhm.
But on the flip side of that right there, I can't say this right here, right? You know, I was always ambitious. And I wasn't the type of person who's gonna sit down and just do time. I let time do me. So I had to figure out a way to make myself better for the new me that's gonna get out here in 5 years.
Right,
You
right.
know, at this time I already had kids,
Mm.
you know?
Mm. Dang.
So I remember it was this guy, and everybody thought Buddy was crazy. Buddy done had did like 30 years back there, but he was so institutionalized, he wasn't talking to nobody.
Mm.
And we were standing in the canteen line, and Buddy and this kind of funny, right? Well, listen. So Buddy said, "Hey, come here, young blood." So
Mm.
he was in front of me, so I was already close to him. So I'm like, "How you mean come here? I'm right here." You know
Right,
what I'm saying? So then he said, "Let me show you something." So you remember back in the days when we used to play football in the dirt, how we used to draw it all plays on the ground?
right, right. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's
So
right.
I squat down and he drawing out this thing. He said, I done been to, I can't remember how many prisons he said he been to in Florida. He said, but all of them is designed the same. So he shaped this box.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the box, he made a diagram. He made the front exit to the gate, like how you can get out. And he was like, you got to cross through three locks to get there. 3 sets of guard locks to get there. So I'm thinking to myself, I said, "Damn, this nigga flipping out. Like this nigga talking about breaking out." I said, "Nigga, I only got 5 years now. I ain't going nowhere." You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
no, but so
right.
he draw the box,
Mm-hmm.
but in between the box, it was 2 lines.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the separation. All right. In the middle of these 2 lines was the dormitories and where we slept at.
Right.
You
Okay.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Gotcha.
And if you go to the right, you got the child hall, you got the libraries,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then if you keep going, then you got the exit to the prison. In order to go up there with a library at, where you in the education department, you got to pass through a security gate. And
Mm,
it close to get off the yard into freedom, you got to pass into another one.
mm,
But if I decide to take that right, there's no security clearance to go on a rec yard
right,
to
right.
play and just play your time away. So he was like, he break that down to me. He said everything is designed for a purpose.
Mm,
He said, I guarantee if you go tomorrow when they call y'all, don't come to the left and go to the y'all. Go to the right and say you want to go pick up a book. You want to read a book.
right.
So
Mm-hmm.
me being rebellious, you know what I did? I did exactly that.
Right, right, right.
I went to the right, and when I walk up to the guard gate, I said I want to go to the educational building. He said you got to pass. I like, nah, I ain't got no pass to get up there. You gotta have a written pass to go be educated. But here it is, you're in an environment was supposed to rehabilitate you for
Right.
society.
I
So
see.
why do you gotta go through a clearance
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in order for you to educate yourself?
Educate yourself. Right, right, right.
Man, if you are biblical and you heard the story of Pharaoh, I was Pharaoh, very rebellious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you know why I did the next thing? I got me a clearance to go in that educational building. And
Right.
you know what? From the rest of my prison bed, I've been in every educational building on every yard that I ever went through. For
Mm.
two reasons. One, because I can't take a note.
Right. That's right.
You understand? And for two, it been too damn hard on Florida to be on that yard all goddamn day. And I needed to get inside the AC. Any means
Right.
necessary.
Enemies necessary. Right. 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 But like you said a real statement. I mean, this here for us. It's not like no teachers in there teaching us shit. We educating ourselves. So you gonna stop us from educating ourselves? You know?
Exactly. But I'm gonna tell you this right here, right? Check this out, man. I've been in that education department so long that I took every class that they offer.
Mm.
I took small business,
Mm-hmm.
small business development.
Mm-hmm.
I took the concept of a small business. I
Right.
took accounting 101, personal finances. Hey, listen, I ain't even had a girlfriend in it. I took marriage enrichment classes. That's how bad I wanted to stay out the sun, bro.
Right. Right.
And I actually like that class. I think I took that class twice.
Right. Right. Right.
I
Right.
took I took physical training, physical fitness. Bro, I've been in this so long that I end up building a curriculum and they adopted it right now. If anybody from Florida on this podcast and they've been inside the Florida system, if they ever took the entrepreneurship classes, I started that. If
Mm.
they ever took the credit data management classes, I started that. You feel me?
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope. That's dope.
And that's still in the system right now today, bro.
Mm, mm, that's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. That brings around to that shows me the character, the person that you are now. That kind of molded you to the person, not kind of, but it did mold you to the person that you are today. You know what I'm saying? With like I say, with your motivational speaking and the other type of things. But before we get into that, um so let me ask you a question. So with you with this, you know what I'm saying, and you like you said, you got out, you in prison, you learn
Hey,
all of
Chad,
these things.
God, give me the long charger.
You in the educational department, you know what I'm saying, you back and forth. Um what point at your as when is this over with, then do you when you get out, where do you go after you get out, after you release?
After I got released, I went back to Miami, Dade County.
Okay, so you didn't come back to Charleston at the time.
Not right away, nah.
Okay.
So I can't. I went back to Miami, Dade County. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
You good,
Trying to
brother?
make sure I stay charged up.
You good, brother?
Dade County or whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, and honestly, a couple of months later is when I came to Charleston. I really did not even care to come back to Charleston. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying? Be
right.
real, even though I love my city, man. I've been more like let me love it from a distance, and I'm
Mhm.
still like that right now.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
I think I love more the people, and I love all culture. I love the Geechee culture and the people in it versus the city itself,
Mm-hmm.
because let's keep it real, man. They ain't built that city for us,
Nah, they didn't. They didn't. That's
you
real.
know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, so I came back to Charleston, um, only for a short period of time because I ended up leaving Charleston and I went back to Miami.
Okay. Okay.
And then from Miami, I went to Charlotte. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? I love Charlotte. You feel
that-
me?
that's where I'm at now. Shout out to the Queen City. Yeah, that's where I live at now.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what's up, man. I own a house in Charlotte right now.
Ah, bet that. Bet that. Bet that. What part
Yeah, I
of?
own a house in Charlotte right now.
Okay. Okay.
So from Charlotte, I moved to Puerto Rico. You
Oh.
know?
Oh shit.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, and which is my place of residence right now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my wife, man, we love Puerto Rico, man. We
oh,
had a
for real?
yeah,
Let
man.
me guess. You've been in San Juan, Cadado,
Man, you better believe it.
Isa Verde. That's what you've been at.
Man, you already know, man. I even the last time we went to it's a small town. I can't think of the name of it. It's Louise is the Louisa. It's they was the dude was breaking it down. He was letting us know like a lot of the African brothers and sisters. That's where they came in, where they brought a lot of slaves in through Louisa. But it's real dangerous. It's like only one little road to get through the shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through in the daytime because at nighttime they got like robbers jumping out, all type of other type of shit. But this is
You
on the
talking about La Perla?
no, not La Pearl. La Pearl, I'm a spot now. Listen, I got video of La Pearl, man. Me and my wife be out there in the clubs, and I gotta man. Listen, I gotta put
I surprised because you know one thing about La Perla, they don't play back there. You need to get in touch with a boss to even walk
man.
back
Listen,
like that.
listen. They even walk. Listen, I was just in Puerto Rico this past December, just passed, and me and my wife. Every day we was there, I was walking through La Perla. You know what I'm saying? In the bars, you know what I'm saying? I even got a picture of I was in one of the bars of one of the dudes, he just built a bar back there and he got a picture of Pablo Escobar on the wall and he was telling when I was sitting there, when I was walking like nah like this getting a little smoke, you know what I'm saying? Get my buds.
Yeah.
When I was walking out of the door, the police was out there. So he was like, man, hold the dude. The other dudes like, hold on. So when I sat down, he took us back to the bar and I seen Pablo Escobar. I was like, what's up with this? He's like, yeah, man. He said back in the day, Pablo Escobar had a lot of little hubs out there in La Perla, you know what I'm saying? During
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So he gave us a lot of game, you know, and I know, and I've been to Puerto Rico so many times that I know how to move back there, but I also know, like you say, even with La Perla, every 6 months, they killing somebody. It's a young little boss taking over. But one
Oh
thing,
yeah, yeah. So they got boss, and that's one thing I like about Puerto Rico. They more structured because
yes, they
all
are.
their neighborhood got bosses,
Yes, they are.
and
Yes,
it
they
don't matter how young you can be a young boss. You know
are.
what I'm saying?
And one thing people don't know, but they show love to the tourists because the tourists are the ones that bring the money back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
La
saying?
Pearl, they do. Yeah, but that's why I love this little island, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they got a big story behind Puerto Rico, man. It's a lot of history out there. You know what I'm saying?
I learned more about our African culture here in Puerto Rico than I lived
Oh yeah,
than I did in the States.
oh yeah, most definitely, and that's for definite. That's for
And
definite.
I never even know like what people don't understand will separate us because they always look at them Puerto Rico and even some of the Puerto Ricans they don't want to accept, but they're
Mhm.
African.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
the only thing that separate us from them is
Mhm.
where they ship landed at.
That's it.
Our ship landed over here in America, they ship landed in Spain.
Right with Spanish speaking people. You know.
Exactly. So what they did to those Africans
That's right.
that's what they did to us. They took our native name,
Sure.
give us their name, which inside Spain will be the Louise or you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Those kind of names right there, the Jose and stuff like that.
Right.
Over here they gave us the names, the Tonys and the Smiths and stuff like that.
Right.
But then they took our language, our
hmm
African language, and they gave them Spanish and they gave us English.
Better believe it. And
You
before they
understand? Even when it comes to the religion, they took our religion, they gave us Christianity and gave them Catholic. They all Catholics. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you ain't never lied. That's right. And
Yeah.
before they brought the Africans to the island, they had the Taino Indians. They killed millions of them before they
Oh,
even
definitely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's a lot of history. But that's dope. I didn't know you had a spot over there in Puerto Rico, man. Shout out to
Next time you over there, hit me up, man.
most definitely, man.
Let me let me bring you really in. You got to go to Peñones, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. Listen, what that's crazy. When I was there, I was on the street and I was waiting on my wife. You know, they love to do the shopping out there. So I'm in there. With the shopping, but when it gets to a point with me, you know what I'm saying. So I'm standing outside, and another dude that his wife was in there. You know what I'm saying. He was a Puerto Rican guy. He told us about Pioneers. He said a couple other spots. He said we need to check out while we there. You know what I'm saying. It's a different vibe. You know what I'm saying. Most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But so from there I went there, and what led me out there is working with FEMA or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I had got a contract, government contract with the disaster. They got the Irma and Maria or
Mm.
what.